Can you taste the pasta in it, or?
Look, the texture's not quite as good. Why am I passionate about pasta? I'm not sure it is the pasta. In hindsight, looking back, I was like, fuck, I don't know how I was able to get through that.
Yeah, it's objectively a shit show.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I was a stay-at-home dad. My grandma actually had bought me a little pasta extruder as a wedding gift. We got enough feedback for me to feel confident that we could actually make a business out of this. We'd converted our shed into a little kitchen, 3 metres by 6 metres. We bought a cool room on a trailer. Catherine, my daughter, was super young. We needed to keep it kind of small. To say no to people really started to spike the demand. Toward the end of 2017, my wife and I got divorced. At the same time, this factory had come up for sale that was 800 metres down the road from my house, and it was like just totally way out of my league. We were knocking back business, so it was like, could this work? I bought this massive factory. It put me under a massive amount of financial pressure in the middle of getting divorced, and then I had purchased a new pasta extruder. We were scammed for $36,000. It's called man in the middle, where someone gets in the middle of the discussion and changes the bank details. It was like really difficult to swallow. I was so close to not being able to continue on, essentially go bankrupt. We put my home up for rent. We fitted out a little unit at the back of the factory so Catherine and I could live there. The first day that Catherine started school was the day that we moved into the new factory. In the first couple of weeks of being in the factory, we had 10 stores call us to want to stock our product. The business grew along with Catherine. The momentum of the brand is way bigger than me. It's just sort of taken its own course in a lot of ways. I grew up on a dairy farm in South Australia in a place called Kalangadoo. I feel as time goes on, we become more disconnected from our food and our supply chain and where our food's coming from and who's producing that.
It's interesting though, like you look at that.
Yeah, so that's all the green.
Predominantly the flour that we use comes from an area in New South Wales called the Golden Triangle. Very rich soil in that region.
Yes, that's obviously very fine.
The climate is perfect for growing wheat.
We can have a good run of good seasons and then a run of bad seasons, but the worst thing that can go wrong with this is if we get some big rainfall events. If the crop gets downgraded this year, then yep, we've lost half our income for the year.
2 bad years in a row, what does that mean for you?
Oh, Santa Claus probably won't turn up maybe, or something like that.
My own experience has deepened my understanding of the effort, heartache, investment that goes into creating these products.
There's people doing it harder than others, but it's all just a big lottery.
It's really important that we do the best we can with what we've got.
They're like a proper insulated chook shed on wheels, so our doors stay open all the time. The bird just pleases itself.
If we were to save 20 cents per egg, that would have a massive impact on our bottom line, but what is the impact of that for the chicken? It's not good. We have a responsibility.
The balance of the diet with grain and pasture and then minerals that they pick up from the sun gives them a completely balanced diet.
Chickens must have access to bugs and worms and pasture. Not only is that great for the chicken, but it also creates a really, really nutrient-rich egg.
That's a good egg, a very nice egg.
I've worked in some pretty average environments over the years. When I had the opportunity to have my own business, well, it became really important to me to have an environment that allows people to express themselves. I guess part of the reason. Interesting that if you're going to spend 8 to 10 hours a day at work, 5 days a week, like it's a big chunk of your life. The work we do is fairly labour intensive. If you're in an environment where you're valued and appreciated, it makes the day go quick, and you also feel like, I guess, you're contributing to something bigger than yourself. Mike Tonkin is our jack of all trades. I'm pretty sure he's 84.
When you've retired from work, I think the frightening thing that can happen to you is that you can close up into your little world. Doing deliveries and things like that gives me a bit of a sense that, hey, I do still belong in the world. Maybe it's not all over yet.
Mike's got this very calming and compassionate way about him, feeling supported and, you know, for want of a better word, loved and appreciated, you know, has been hugely valuable for me.
I have keys for everywhere. He trusts me. The silly part of that is that I couldn't let him down.
Another one, Ron?
Yeah, I will.
So 2 Prosecco's, 3.
The business journey has really forced me to identify within myself what's really important to me. When I started this journey, I didn't anticipate the incredible support and connection I would find in Otway Pasta Company. The pasta business has been the conduit that has given me the opportunity to connect with so many wonderful people. It's the people, relationships and connections that I have got here that I value most. Thank you all for sharing this with me and being such an integral part of the journey. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks, mate. I appreciate you, all your work. I do. Where it's gone to is certainly far bigger than me. The people coming back week in, week out, buying our product has allowed us to buy the factory, to upgrade our machines. To feel someone taking on part of what you're working towards and to be on your team and be part of that, like, it's really awesome. I don't know why I love it sometimes, but ultimately it is my passion, and I'm so grateful to be able to do it, and that people support that. It allows me to live my dream.